Welcome you back to this particular lecture on Pandemonium today on Paradise Lost Book 1. Today will be the last class on Paradise Lost, and the topic for discussion today is the building of Pandemonium. Okay, we need to remember that Paradise Lost ends with the creation or the building of a particular building. The name of that particular building is Pandemonium. Now, Pandemonium means chaos. Pandemonium means chaos. 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 Okay. So we will be writing down certain points on Pandemonium. I will provide you again with 2 PDFs on Pandemonium. So it will be your homework or your assignment to frame a 5 marks answer on Pandemonium. The materials will be provided to you, so you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so the heading for today will be Pandemonium in Paradise Lost Book 1. Pandemonium in Paradise Lost Book 1. Okay, so as usual, we will go with our tradition. We will give you points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because it becomes easier for you to memorize if you have points in front of you. Whenever you create certain answers or when you are writing a particular answer, do make it a point to divide it into certain points, because that makes it all the more easier to memorize it, to understand the lines as well as to memorize it. Because if I know that I have to write 8 points, it becomes very easier. 8 points, and I can very logically calculate whether I have missed 1 point or not. So memorizing of a paragraph is a bit tough compared to making points. Okay, so the first point in Pandemonium that we will be writing down today. So write down the first point. The first point. The word pandemonium was formed by the union of 2 Greek words. Was formed by the union of 2 Greek words, WORDS, comma, pan, 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 hyphen, all. Pan means all, ALL, all. And daemon, DAEMON, DAEMON. Daemon means demon, DEMON. Daemon means demon, 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 comma. But the compound word, this is actually a compound word, okay? But the compound word did not exist in Greek vocabulary. But the compound word did not exist in Greek vocabulary. But the compound word does not exist in Greek vocabulary. And Milton formed it out of the analogy. Milton formed it out of the analogy, ANALOGY, out of the analogy of Pantheon. Now, Pantheon within single quotes, PANTHEON, 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 comma, the abode of God. Pantheon, the abode of God. Pantheon means the abode of God, God. Okay, So this is what the word pandemonium means and has come from. So pandemonium is actually a compound word. Okay, usually we Indians have this tendency of using compound words, but the Britishers don't actually use compound words very often, but we Indians, this is one of the characteristic features of Indian English, that we tend to use compound words. Now I will repeat that particular thing. Now a compound, Britishers actually use a preposition in place of a compound word. To give you a very simple example, we Indians write water bottle. We Indians write water bottle, but actually the Britishers don't say water bottle. They actually say bottle for water. Bottle for water. Okay, so this is the difference between British English and Indian English. We Indians form extended compound words, but those compound words are actually not, they do not have their origin in Britain or England. Okay, Indians form their own compound words. So water bottle is one of those examples. Similarly, for your knowledge's sake, you will find most of the people, be it a Bengali or some other language speaking person, whenever they talk of school, they say in Bengali they say school. ठीक है, इंग्लिश में जिसको हम लोग स्कूल बोलते हैं वो लोग उसको बोलते हैं स्कूल. और अगर आप पंजाब चले जाएंगे तो वहाँ पर वो लोग स्कूल की जगह पर बोलेंगे स्कूल. ठीक है, स्कूल, पहला वाला साइलेंट, बाद वाला स्ट्रेस्ड. और अगर आप वेस्ट बंगाल में आएंगे या बांग्लादेश में जाएंगे तो वो लोग स्कूल को स्कूल बोलते हैं. क्यों? बिकॉज वो लोग एस को प्रोनाउंस करने में उनको दिक्कत होती है, तो वो लोग एक वावल साउंड सामने ऐड कर लेते हैं. वावल साउंड ऐड करने से क्या होगा कि स्कूल जो है वो 2 सिलेबल का हो जाएगा, स्कूल. लेकिन ओरिजिनल इंग्लिश में स्कूल एक ही सिलेबल है. स्कूल वर्ड को आप डिवाइड नहीं कर सकते हैं. यू कैन डिवाइड अम्ब्रेला, अम्ब्रेला 3 सिलेबल है. स्कूल 1 सिलेबिक वर्ड है. स्कूल इज अ मोनोसिलेबिक वर्ड. लेकिन क्योंकि हम लोग स्कूल प्रोनाउंस नहीं कर सकते हैं तो हम लोग एक आर ऐड करते हैं, एक आई ऐड करते हैं, तो ये 2 सिलेबल हो गया. इस अलग, स्कूल अलग, स्कूल. And this particular process of adding an I before a particular consonant is called epenthesis. इसको इंग्लिश में कहा जाता है epenthesis. EPENTHESIS, epenthesis. So from next time onwards, if you find someone saying school, tell him or her that first of all, you are not wrong, but this is a particular process called epenthesis. EPENTHESIS. Similarly, most of the ladies, when they go to a makeup shop, they ask the shopkeeper to give him lipstick. But actually the word is not lipstick, it is lipstick. Lipstick बोले कोनो word नहीं. So that I that you have introduced there, that I is an example of epenthesis. ठीक है, epenthesis को आपने वहाँ पे इस्तेमाल किया. Now coming back to pandemonium once again. One second, I am having some technical problem here. हाँ, so we are back. So this was the first point that we discussed. Now we move on to the second point on pandemonium. Second point, Milton's pandemonium is the capital of hell. Milton's pandemonium is the capital of hell. Milton's pandemonium is the capital of hell, built to receive all the devils. Built, B-U-I-L-T, built to receive all the devils. Built to receive all the devils. Okay, built to receive all the devil. So pandemonium is the capital of hell. This is the second point. I suppose this is clear to you. Now we come to the third point. Pandemonium is built, B-U-I-L-T. Pandemonium is built in the corner of hell. Pandemonium is built in the corner of hell, comma, the place of horrible dungeon. The place of horrible dungeon. Corner of hell, comma, the place of a horrible dungeon, D-U-N-G-E-O-N, dungeon, the place of a horrible dungeon, comma, of darkness visible, of darkness visible, of darkness visible. So this is the third point on pandemonium. Now we move on to the fourth point of pandemonium. The fourth point. This is the fourth point that I am telling you. After the inspiring words of Saturn, in his fifth and last speech, after the inspiring words of Saturn in his fifth and last speech, comma, a numerous fallen angels hastened to a hill, hastened, H-A-S-T-E-N-E-D, hastened to a hill, H-I-L-L, hastened to a hill, H-I-L-L, where, W-H-E-R-E, where Grisly Top, G-R-I-S-L-Y, where Grisly Top, T-O-P, where Grisly Top, next line, belched fire, belched, B-E-L-C-H-E-D, belched fire and rolling smoke, belched fire and rolling smoke, okay, full stop. Actually this particular line will come under quotation. The quotation starts from where Grisly Top, where, W-H-E-R-E, and it ends in smoke. The quotation starts from where, W-H-E-R-E, and it ends in smoke, S-M-O-K-E, smoke. Okay. So now we come to the next point. After the fifth speech of Saturn, this is the next point. After the fifth speech of Saturn, and the clamorous assent of the demons. In fact, Saturn tries to instigate or encourage his fallen angels, and they decide to fight against God, directly or indirectly. So that is actually a brief summary of what Saturn is doing in his speech number 5. And those particular fallen angels are instigated, are encouraged. They are all ready to fight a war against God, directly or indirectly. So the fifth speech ends with the assent. The demons, the fallen angels, are giving their assent to Saturn that we are ready to fight against God. We are ready to fight against God. So we continue with the point. After the fifth speech of Saturn and the clamorous ascent, and the clamorous CLAMOROUS, clamorous ascent of the demons, clamorous ascent of the demons, comma, Milton directs the attention of the reader, Milton directs the attention of the reader to a nearby fire belching hill, to a nearby fire, FIRE, belching, BELCHING, belching hill, HILL, fire belching hill. Okay, full stop. Next point, I suppose this is point number 6. 3 teams of demon, 3 teams of demon, 3 teams of demons, S, go to work. 3 teams of demons go to work. Go to work, colon. The first team led by Mammon, 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 dig up the ore, ORE, dig up the ore. Now you people have to remember that in point number 4 and 5 I told you that these particular fallen angels were shown a particular hill by Saturn. Why is that hill important? Because that hill contains metallic ore. Our earth contains raw materials. Okay, petrol is one of those raw materials. There are lots of raw materials. Coal is one of those raw materials. So what do we do as human beings? We plunder those raw materials. We are actually taking away the resources that earth actually has. And this plundering of earth, mankind was not the first person to plunder earth, to rape earth, to take out its resources. We are depleting earth of its very resources. Okay, so who taught us? Who taught us to dig for the ores? Who taught us to loot Mother Earth? Who taught us to forcefully take away the raw materials that Mother Earth actually possessed? It was the fallen angels, because in Paradise Lost we get a hint of that. When Saturn points to that particular fallen angel, the hill in which this particular metallic ore is found, what happens is one team which is led by Mammon, they go to that particular hill and they dig the mountain. Why are they digging the mountain? Because they want that metallic ore in order to make pandemonium, in order to build pandemonium. So these are the fallen angels who first taught mankind to plunder Mother Earth for the raw materials. Okay, so the first team led by Mammon dig up the ore, while a second team diverts, 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 while the second team diverts liquid fire, from the fiery lake, in which the demons had been cast, comma, to melt the ore, ORE, because you will find metal as a raw material was dug by Mammon, but that raw material needs to be melted. So how do I melt that raw material? obviously in hell you have liquid fire, molten lava. So what we will do is we will use that liquid fire to melt this particular metal that we have got. Okay, so one group of people was digging up the hill for the metal. The other group of people was actually, other group of fallen angels were actually diverting that particular liquid fire so that the metal can be melted. Okay, cast to melt the ore. And the third crew, the third team, in fact, the third team, TEAM, formed within the ground, and the third team formed within the ground. The third team formed within the ground slash, give a slash because we move on to the second line, a various mould, a various, 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 a various, VARIOUS, various mould, MOULD. Now mould means shape. So there were three types of fallen angels. The first was headed by Mammon. Mammon was collecting the ore. The other group of angels were actually melting that ore, and the third group of members or the demons were actually forming the building of Pandemonium with the help of that liquid metal. Okay, so these were the three teams that we had. Okay, next point. We move on to the next point. The demons work, this is the next point. The demons work at lightning speed. The demons work at lightning speed. The demons work at lightning speed. And the molten lava and the molten lava and the molten lava, sorry, pardon me, molten metal, by the way, molten metal, not lava, it is molten metal, fills the mould, fills, FILLS, fills the mould, MOULD, fills the mould, full stop. So this is our seventh point regarding Pandemonium. Now these particular fallen angels were working so very hard, and they were such numberless that they created Pandemonium within 1 day or 2 days kind of. Okay? And Pandemonium was a grand kind of a building because it was supposed to be the capital of hell. Okay, so it was a grand building which was completed in a day or two. In fact, if you ever go to Jammu and Kashmir, you will find that while you go for a kind of a tour of Jammu and Kashmir, the sightseeing of Jammu and Kashmir, the tourist guides will actually take you to a place called Dhai Din Ka Maqbara. Dhai Din Ka Maqbara. Okay? Legend has it that particular Maqbara was made in 2.5 days, a kind of a huge palatial building which was made in 2.5 days. They say that, but that is actually legendary. The facticity of that particular, the truth of that particular thing can never be verified, but the name of that particular thing is Dhai Din Ka Maqbara. Dhai Din means 2.5 days. So, but the demons really did work hard, and एक ताज महल के जैसा एक स्ट्रक्चर खड़ा करना, वो भी इतने कम समय में, just goes to show the kind of skill the demons actually possess and the numbers they were in, the number of people who revolted against God. Just see the kind of numbers. So we come to the next point. And now what happens is, slowly but capital of hell, Pandemonium is a capital of hell that is placed in the corner of hell. Okay, so slowly but surely the building is now taking shape. So this will be our next point, the 8th point, I suppose. The building is, we are describing the building for you. Pandemonium is being described. The building is The building is, open quotes, we are quoting from the text, built like a temple. The building is built like a temple. The building is built like a temple, comma, dot dot dot. We need to write down each and every line. There are 5 lines. I will give you the line numbers. You can quote it from the text and from the PDF that I will be sending you. Dot dot dot. Fretted gold. Fretted, FRETTED. Fretted gold, GOLD. Fretted gold. Line number 713 से लेके 717 तक, 713 से लेके 717 तक. This will be the line number. ठीक है. This is the description of the building, the pandemonium that we actually have. Okay. Now we move on to the next point. After pointing out that the building far surpassed SURPASSED, the magnificence and glory of the fabled architecture of the fabled architecture of Babylon and Egypt, comma, Milton describes the amazement of the demons. Milton describes the amazement, AMAZEMENT. Milton describes the amazement of the demons. From line number 722 to line number 732. From line number 722 to line number 732. Okay, you need to write down the quotation. It's a long quote from 722 to 732. You understand it's a 10-line quote. You can write just 4 lines of these particular thing. So Milton describes the amazement of the demons entering from line number 722 to line number 732. The next point. Milton evokes the biography. Milton evokes the biography. You have to remember that Mammon was involved in the building of Pandemonium. There was someone else too. We get the name of Mulciber. Okay, there was another fallen angel by the name of Mulciber, Mulciber. Now this is the point that we are referring to him. Milton evokes the biography and qualities of the architect comma, Mulciber, M capital MULCIBER, 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 comma, the artisan of the gods, the artisan, ARTISAN, artisan of the gods, called Hephaestus in Greek, Hephaestus, Hephaestus in Greek, GREEK. Hephaestus in Greek. In fact, if you go through Roman mythology, you will find that Mulciber, who is called Hephaestus in Greek, is known as Vulcan, VULCAN, Vulcan in Roman mythology. So Vulcan and Mulciber and Hephaestus are actually the names of the same individual. Okay, they are not different individuals, as you know. Okay, so called Hephaestus in Greek. This was the next point. Now we come to the last or second last point, most probably. Okay, Mammon is an archaic word. Mammon is an archaic word. The 10th point that we just actually did was Milton evokes the biography. I repeat the 10th point actually. Milton evokes the biography. Milton evokes the biography and qualities of the architect. Milton evokes the biography and qualities of the architect, comma, Mulciber, 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 comma, the artisan of the gods, the artisan, Artisan, the artisan of the gods, Gods, comma, called Hephaestus in Greek, called Hephaestus, Hephaistos, Hephaistos, Hephaestus in Greek. This was the point. Now we move on to the next point that we actually started. Mammon is a archaic word. I suppose this is the 11th point that we are writing. Mammon is the archaic word meaning wealth. Mammon means wealth. So as you now know the name and the meaning of this particular word, you can in future, in the time to come, utilize this particular word. In fact, you people can do this. You can have some of your family members named Mammon. Mammon is an archaic word, means wealth. In fact, in Hindi nomenclature we do have Lakshmi. बहुत सारी लड़कियों का नाम लक्ष्मी होता है. इनफैक्ट लड़कों का भी काफ़ी नाम होता है लक्ष्मी, मैंने सुना है. So Lakshmi stands for wealth. So Mammon is an archaic word meaning wealth. Okay. Full stop. Continue the point. He was worshipped by the nations. He was worshipped by the nations bordering on the territory of the Israelite. Bordering on the territory of the Israelite. On the territory of the Israelite. Full stop. Next point. Mulciber. Next point. Mulciber is a surname of Vulcan. Mulciber is a surname of Vulcan. Vulcan. This was the point that I was referring to earlier. Mulciber is a surname. सर की स्पेलिंग लेकिन कुछ और है. SUR मत लिख देना. SUR, surname of Vulcan, VULCAN, of Vulcan, comma, the Roman god of fire. The Roman god of fire. The Roman god of fire. Okay. Okay. Okay, so these are some of the points on Pandemonium. I am giving you a particular paragraph, particularly it's a long paragraph, so I don't want you to write it point wise. It's about the description of the kind of pillars that Pandemonium had. The roof was made of gold. It was a grand building, a majestic building, and you need to remember that there is another epic simile that is inherent in this kind of building of Pandemonium. When Pandemonium was created, when the creation was already complete, the fallen angels decided now it's time that they enter the palace. Okay, so they start entering the palace, and since the palace is huge, but the number of fallen angels is by far it surpasses. There is not enough space in that particular palace. The palace is quite huge, but the number of fallen angel is more than the space. We don't have enough space for these fallen angels to enter Pandemonium. So what these particular demons they do is they reduce their size. ठीक है, ये लोग अपना साइज, जैसे हमारे हिंदू माइथोलॉजी में भी है कि हनुमान जी कभी बड़े हो जाते थे, कभी वो अपना शेप जो है वो छोटा कर लेते थे. तो दीज फॉलन एंजल्स एक्चुअली they shrunk themselves, और and since they had wings, तो पैंडेमोनियम में खड़े होने की जगह नहीं थी, ये लोग छोटे छोटे हो गए और कुछ लोग हवा में उड़ रहे. जस्ट इमेजिन लोकल ट्रेन में सारे फॉलन एंजल्स जा रहे हैं और जगह नहीं है, तो सब ने अपना शेप जो है वो छोटा कर लिया, और जो लोग खड़े नहीं हो पा रहे हैं वो लोग हैंडल के वहाँ पे उड़ रहे हैं. ठीक है, यही हाल था फॉलन एंजल्स का पैंडेमोनियम के अंदर. सो ये भी एक एपिक सिमिली का ही एग्जाम्पल है. वहां पर देखना स्वार्म ऑफ बीज बोल के तुम लोगों को कुछ मिलेगा. दैट इज द लास्ट एपिक सिमिली दैट वी एक्चुअली हैव इन पैंडेमोनियम. द ओनली पीपल who do not reduce their size is Saturn and Beelzebub. Saturn सिंहासনের উপরে বসে আছে, Saturn पैंडेमोनियम में जो सिंहासन रखा है उस पे बैठा है, Beelzebub उसके पास में बैठा है. सिर्फ यही दो लोग हैं जो लोग अपना साइज छोटा बट डिम्यूनिटिव नहीं कर रहे हैं, छोटा नहीं कर रहे हैं. बाद बाकी जितने भी फॉलन एंजल्स हैं वो लोग दे श्रिंक so that there is enough space for other people to join in. ठीक है, so it appears that Saturn revolted against God because God had become a kind of a dictator in heaven, and this is the reason why Saturn revolted against God. But after the creation of Pandemonium, we find that Saturn too sits on the throne. He does not reduce his size. So the thing Saturn was revolting against in heaven, he is doing the same thing in hell. So there is, for the fallen angels, their condition remains the same. One leader is being substituted for the other leader. There is no socialism or democracy here. Okay, so in fact it is apparent from the speech of Saturn itself. It's better to reign in hell than to serve in heaven. So what was the main reason behind the revolt of Saturn? It was not about socialism, it was not about democracy, it was about ruling. So it's better we are ruling in heaven than be a servant in we are ruling in hell than be a servant in heaven. Okay, so you find that we have come a full circle of Saturn's character. This was the ambition of Saturn, and this is the reason why Saturn revolted against God. So this is what Paradise Lost is all about. And when you go through Paradise Lost book 4, if you ever have the time to go through it, you will find that Saturn now goes to the Garden of Eden, heaven, and he tempts Eve. He instigates Eve to eat the fruit of that forbidden tree. And this story is being told in book 4 of Paradise Lost. And how many books are there in Paradise Lost? There are 12 books in Paradise Lost. To make it an epic. Initially there were 10 books and later the number increased to 12. Okay, so here ends our deliberations on Paradise Lost. Now the questions that we need to prepare from Paradise Lost. The first question that we need to prepare from Paradise Lost is the character of Saturn. The questions are very important. For your broad question, you need to prepare. Broad means 10 marks questions. Character of Saturn. This is for each and every university people sitting here, be it listening to me, in fact, be it Barashat or CU or KU. The first question is the character of Saturn. The second question that comes from Paradise Lost is as an epic. Paradise Lost as an epic. The third question, broad question that can come from Paradise Lost is epic simile. Epic simile. Epic similes in Paradise Lost. Epic similes in Paradise Lost. And the fourth broad question is Milton's grand style. Milton's grand style in Paradise Lost. Milton's grand style in Paradise Lost. So these are the broad questions that can come from Paradise Lost. Short questions that can come from Paradise Lost. 5 marks questions that can come from Paradise Lost. Description of hell. Description of hell. Fallen angels. Fallen angels. Building of pandemonium. Building of pandemonium. And invocation. And invocation. And invocation. Now these are the short questions that can come from Paradise Lost. You need to remember that even epic similes are asked in short in your short question answers section. They might give you to write on a particular epic simile. Suppose Vallambrosa simile. They might point out that you need to write on Vallambrosa simile, 5 marks. So if you have memorized or if you have gone through the answer of epic simile, it becomes very easy for you. So that is the reason why I do not mention it in your short question list or section. Okay, because once you are done with the broad question on epic simile, the university can ask you any simile and you can write an answer because you have you know all the similes. So these are the questions that we need to prepare from Paradise Lost, and there is no question that can come beyond this particular thing. Be confident about it. So I will provide you with materials on these particular questions. With this, I wrap up this session. Happy Teachers Day once again to all of you, because each and every student also teach a particular teacher. The teacher definitely teaches them, but sometimes students too teach teachers. They too act as teachers. So teachers are not only those people who have a degree, even those without degrees can teach you a lot. Our parents who are not that educated give us certain life lessons which remain with us throughout our life. So worship your parents. They are the first teachers that you have in your life. Never worship an idol. Don't possess an idol. Be an idol for others. So this is what I have learned throughout my life. Be happy. Thank you for all your wishes that you have showered on me, the love that you have given me. And this is the thing that I have earned in my years of service. Teacher is not only about knowledge, it's also about being compassionate, being generous, being kind, helping others, showing others that these particular things can be done. And it is not through words that I like to deliberate on what a teacher is. In fact, we should be showing the way a particular thing is done. Our actions should speak out louder and better than our words. That is more important. And this is the reason why I don't think words can actually do justice to what a teacher does. And each and every person is a teacher in that sense of a term. Even a security guard at college is a teacher, because he teaches you that we might be doing a job of 8 hours, he is doing a job of 12 hours, sitting in one position. So respect each and every individual, because only your respect for others can generate respect for your own very self. With this, I end this lecture. Have a nice evening, a cool evening if it rains a bit. Thank you. Tata.